AOC sent me this Agon AG241QX. It's actually a pretty awesome 1440p, 144Hz FreeSync or adaptive sync gaming monitor with a pretty nice stand. The stand itself has 130mm of height adjust, and then a rather interesting number of 22 degrees to -4 roughly degrees tilt, 20 degrees to -20 degrees swivel, which isn't all that much, but you know, that's just enough. And you also have a full 90 degrees rotation for portrait mode if that's what you fancy. Speaking about the menu buttons on the bottom, these are actually quite nice, very nice tactile feel, when you also get a USB remote with it. This is actually a very big upgrade to the previous ones. The build quality actually feels really nice on this one, and it's overall a nice experience to be able to navigate the menu or quickly change to some of your gaming profiles. The menu itself is actually really nice. It's very similar to all of the other AOC monitors we've checked out. It's well laid out, it's very easy to find things, and there's plenty of settings for you to play around with. In terms of the I/O, you've got a DVI-D port, 2 HDMI ports, DisplayPort ports, VGA and mic audio pass-through, as well as a USB controller plug to plug in that external USB controller. You also have DC in and a USB 3 hub, and on the side you also have a headphone hanger, the output of the mic and audio pass-throughs, a charging USB port and a USB 3 port from that hub. The stand itself is actually quite a nice design, does also have the indicators for where you want your height adjust, although you do have to screw the monitor in as opposed to any of the sort of toolless mechanisms, which would be quite nice to see in the future. Speaking about the panel, it's actually not that great. The viewing angles aren't that fantastic, especially if you're looking at the extremes, as you can see in some of these images. A very big green and yellow tilt colour shift when looking from the bottom and side respectively, but if you're looking at it from most normal angles, even something like 40 degrees off, you're still going to be perfectly fine, as you can see here. And actually gaming on it, especially with FreeSync, which I'll talk about a little bit later, is a very nice experience. If you have an AMD GPU that can push 1440p, 144Hz, this is a very nice experience, very smooth. I didn't notice any ghosting, and overall just a really awesome experience when you're looking straight on. So I want to make it clear, I've actually had 2 of these monitors, and both of them have exhibited the exact same issues. From the bottom, a very much green tinge, from the left and right being very much yellow tinge, and from the top being very much red tinge. Now normally I would chalk this up to delivery damage or something like that, but because I've had 2 that have the exact same problem, I really can't, you know, in good faith say that this isn't what you're going to get if you buy this monitor. Now, to make it clear before you rage in the comments saying how terrible this is, I want to make it clear I'm sitting at about a 40-degree angle to the left of this monitor, and I can't notice any real difference. I'm actually quite far away reasonably, but I want to make it clear that this is not a be-all end-all, you know, this is a terrible monitor because of this. If you are someone who likes to, you know, have your monitor somewhere on a desk next to your bed or something, and then you can just turn it to watch movies or whatever, then this is not for you. But if you just want an awesome gaming monitor, especially one that has FreeSync, and I'll come onto that in a second, that's 4040p and 144Hz, this is still actually pretty good. Now, to talk about FreeSync, it's listed as Adaptive Sync, and I specifically checked with AOC on this one, and I tested it myself with an R9 Fury. This has the ability to run FreeSync. They didn't tell me exactly why they don't call it FreeSync, possibly just because they don't want AMD branding on it or something like that, but specifically this does work with FreeSync. If you have an AMD GPU that supports FreeSync, you will be able to run that on this monitor. Other than that, it's a very nice experience for me. 4040p is still the kind of best, it's you know, the best resolution for gaming right now, and to have 144Hz is even better. And also in terms of value for money at the moment, it's actually not that bad, especially considering the premium you have to pay if you want to buy you know, a 1440p 144Hz G-Sync monitor. So overall, it's pretty impressive. There are still some issues, obviously. For example, if you want to, when you take it out of the box, you actually have to screw the monitor to the stand, and the screws are quite tight. They're also quite annoying to actually get in. So if they did something like the latching thing that a lot of people do with a button on the back of the monitor that you can just drop it on and sort of click it on, that would be lovely and it'd be a nice addition. And I've actually got to say that the extra little remote, the USB remote for changing the menu settings, is actually a lot better than previous ones have done. So overall, I'm quite impressed with that. In terms of scoring, I'm going to go for a 4 for 5 money. I think a 4.5 for performance and a 4 for functionality, a 4.5 for style, and a 4 for TechteamGB score with a silver award, with the hope that in a newer generation of this, they will improve the panel and perhaps do something about the stand sort of attaching method, and then I'll be happy to give it a gold award. But for now, it's going to be a silver. That's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll leave a link to my Amazon affiliate, this product down below, and if you could use that, that'd be awesome. It genuinely helps me out. And if you're buying anything else, please use the more general links there. As I said, it does help me out. It keeps the camera rolling and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, other than that, feel free to like and subscribe. Check out some of the other playlists and other videos that I'll leave here. And if you want to subscribe, I'll leave a the end screen annotation up there for you. Feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well, by the way, if you want updates and pictures and behind the scenesy stuff and all that sort of thing. And yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful, and we'll see you all in the next one.